Hey, Superheroes! It's Cindy here. Spoilers for WandaVision, just WandaVision outright. Even though I will be specifically talking about the end of episode 3. But spoilers for WandaVision. Okay. Okay. So, I want to talk about the special effects that we see for Wanda's magic. That she gets from the Mind Stone. It's a ripply ether kind of effect. Like, she gets from the reality, like, the power of the reality stone kind of thing. Which is why she has the ability to, warp reality. Now, she has that ability in the MCU. In the comics, it's because she's basically born a mutant. But, I'm sure that they're trying to ease in the mutants, but, not bluntly say, hey, there's mutants. Or, hey, this is because of mutants. Or whatever. Anyway, that's beside my point. But in the beginning of the series, we see, when it comes to Wanda's magic, it's magic. It's the common, no touching, just snap fingers and then boom, something shifts. That's not how Wanda's magic goes. She has to, wave her hand in a specific manner for them to change, for things to change. Since the series started, no, that has not been it. You cannot change up the rules that have been applied to a person's powers. You cannot change that up. You can in the comics, but you cannot in movies and stuff. Even in TV shows. And no matter what, Wanda's powers were always, not, in the TV show, Wanda's powers were always, wave a hand, and then boom, something shifts. We see in the trailer that her hands do glow as she's shifting items around. We haven't seen that yet. And I don't think we will until the last few episodes. I don't think we will see that until the end of the series. Or season, more likely. Now, it wouldn't bother me, but her magic has been established to be red, glowy, and ether-like. It has been established to be as such. So, why all of a sudden change? I'm betting you 10-1, the reason for that sudden change is because she's not in control. Think about it. Wanda's magic just changes out of the blue, and she doesn't realize it? Or she doesn't, comment on it. Obviously, she wouldn't comment on it. But, it's a sitcom. They would have mentioned something. Even when the Vision and Wanda are alone. That sort of thing. But, she never does. She never thinks about it. And now, on to the reason why I'm bringing up Episode 3, specifically. Episode 3, Monica Rambeau just, either breaks character or suddenly remembers, hard to tell which, that this is not reality. This is not real. And she tries to confront Wanda after she mentions Pietro. And that sends off warning signals to Wanda, and she gets extremely mad. She moves back. We don't see her hands glowing. We don't see any of her glowing. The established rule for Wanda's magic, she has to have either her eyes or her hands have to be glowing. And it's because Wanda sees this symbol that she starts getting defensive. Wanda, as far as I'm aware, since she has been dusted for at least 5 years in the MCU timeline, she has been gone for 5 whole years. She would not know what sword is. So she would not understand why does she have a symbol and why do I feel offended by it? The symbol, of course, being the necklace that Monica Rambeau wears. So, why does Wanda suddenly get defensive? Unless it's not Wanda specifically, I mean, it's probably most likely Wanda. It's obviously, you know, Wanda, because she's, you know, still using her powers. She still has her memories and stuff like that. But supposedly has her memories, because she, you know, she brings up Pietro. But we never see her eyes glow. And yet, Monica gets thrown out. We never see her eyes glow. We never see her body glow. We never see anything glow on her. And yet, Monica just gets thrown out of this pocket dimension. No. It could not have been Wanda. I'm betting you 10 to 1. Click the card for my previous theory. Who's actually in control. Because I think I am most certain it's Mephisto. Because when we see magic in the MCU, we've seen only the sorcerers, of course. We've only seen sorcerers use magic. And they still have the glowy, sparky, boom boom kind of magic. They still have sparkly kind of magic. They don't have Bewitched style magic. I'll tell you who does. Mephisto. Mephisto's magic or powers don't require any sort of special effects on the hands or the eyes. We never see that, as far as I'm aware. So, most likely, it's Mephisto coming in, possessing Wanda in a sorts, right when he senses that, hey, someone is breaking character. This person needs to be thrown out before anything happens. And look what happens. Wanda goes on the offensive. Because, you know, Wanda has magic. She doesn't need to go close to Monica to throw her out. She could just simply blast her out. But she doesn't. Something else does. And the fact that Wanda treats this like, oh, nothing happened. She just left. Kind of sort of way. She acts like that as if, you know, like, nothing had happened. Like, Monica wasn't just thrown out of existence. And, I mean, it was a creepy sort of thing. Wanda would have, you know, even Wanda would have freaked out, I'm sure. But she doesn't. Wanda just treats it like Monica just left. Simple as that. But it's not. And it's so weird and creepy. And I really think it's Mephisto controlling her. Especially in that moment. In fact, I think it's all of us view, because as the neighbor was trying to say before Agnes kind of cut in, the neighbor was trying to say we're all stuck here to Vision. And Vision was, you know, he was slowly unraveling it himself. But Agnes cuts him off because Agnes knows that Vision shouldn't know, because Wanda, or Mephisto, Agnes's, by all accounts, boss, if you read the comics, but Mephisto was at work trying to get rid of the anomaly that shouldn't be there, now that they know that they're in a different reality. So Agnes tries to play off that, yeah, we're stuck. Yeah, we're not, like, come on, there's nothing weird going on here. And yeah, there is. And Vision is obviously getting wind of this. But he goes in, Wanda's basically back to drinking the Kool-Aid, in a sense. But that's just my idea. What do you guys think? Do you think Mephisto is controlling Wanda, especially in that last moment of episode 3? I'll probably go into some extra theories of mine, as of when episode 4 drops. I just wanted to get my own thoughts out right now, because, boy, that if it is Mephisto, I'm calling it. It's Mephisto, and I'm calling it right now. That he's the one controlling Wanda like this. I'm just calling it. So, but what do you guys think? Do you think it is Mephisto, or do you think it's Wanda just exerting a bit of her power that she has never exerted in the MCU before? Leave me a comment down below. Please comment, like, and subscribe for more. Catch ya on the flip side.